Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I am showing a good survival seed that I recently found that is very good for almost anyone, whether you prefer building creative, just random structures around the world, or you love survival, or a bit of both. There's something for everyone. So right off of the world spawn point, Uh, if you look to the south, you'll see a village to your southeast. Which, when you spawn in, you'll be facing south upon spawn. So this village is a decent size, although the terrain makes it a bit weird, but it does provide a good challenge for any survival builders who like to take a challenge of building and making this actually functional by building a bunch of pathways or tunnels connecting each area of the village together. There, um, there is a very large cave system on this level with the library here, where this double house is, just off of the level above where the river is, kind of. There's a massive main chamber cave here with the amethyst geode. A ton of exposed coal, iron, and copper. Going north, there's more. Leads into another massive chamber here, which branches off in multiple directions, which just go on for a while. But going back to the main chamber, going east over this, going this way down. Do not go down into the deep slate, but go this way until you find some skulk down here. It does not lead to a deep dark. It's just a skulk biome, which is kind of small. And but going past the skulk will lead straight into a mine shaft of a pretty good size, and there's a diamond right there. This mine shaft is a pretty good size, as you can tell by spectator mode. It goes on for quite a bit. There's quite a lot of tunnels here, and it connects directly into a spider spawner. Normal spiders, not cave spiders. Now the mineshaft can also be accessed from this other path. From the main chamber, we went down that tunnel, but it can also be accessed from up here to the main area. Past all this water is where them go up here, up towards the dripstone, and the mineshaft is mainly here. But both sections do connect into each other through through this massive cave. So yeah, there's one section and there's the other section. But this cave is also very good size. There's a ton of exposed iron, gold, redstone, more iron, more gold, and more redstone. There's a couple diamonds scattered across. Quite a bit of lava. And it is right above another large cave, which does have a lot more skulk in it. And of course, more exposed redstone. And yes, I know there's a trial chamber over there. I'll get there shortly. And there's another mine shaft if you see off in the distance right over there. But I'll get there shortly. Yeah. So this cave system is very expansive. There's a lot of ores here for a very good start. But beware, this cave is also loaded with monsters. I am on peaceful mode, so I don't see them, but this main chamber and second chamber back here are loaded with skeletons and zombies. So on top of having a ton of ores, you also have a pretty reliable XP farm in these caves, which do just go on for a long time. See, this is the other way from the main cavern. it just keeps on going. And back to the trial chamber I mentioned earlier. Yes, there's a trial chamber right over here. I don't actually know how to. I don't know if this connects directly to the caves or not. I don't think it does, but it's here. And it's a pretty good sized trial chamber. So, so you're definitely gonna find quite a bit of good stuff here if you know where to look. I know that was a very brief and sudden scan through the caves, but you can explore all of this on your own with the seed. But going from the main village, if we keep going south, there is this vast plains biome which can be used for a lot of cool builds. City building, massive village building, for detail people who want to go for the details instead of functionality, a massive open pit mine could go here if you want. Or a lot of other stuff can be built on these plains. But continuing south, there's a small mountain range here, which leads to a Taiga village, not that far off from the starter village. Yeah, Taiga village here, and a cool cove over here surrounded by mountains. So definitely a few cool watery builds could be done here. There and use the mountains for cover, like secret bases, or cool ship building. Another trial chamber way over there to the west. Another mine shaft to the south. Another mine shaft to the southeast. Monster spawner right there beside the circle. Not the amethyst geode. There's two monster spawners actually. Yeah. So going north of this cool cove, past the Mtega village. Also on this seed, you can tell your direction by your XYZ chords. Uh, your Z chords are north and south. So if they go down like they are now, then that's north. If they go up like they are right now, they're going south. And your X chords, if they go positive, you're going east. If they go negative, you're going west. I do not know if that's the same on every seed, but that's just a small thing. But I can have both of the spawn village and the Tega village both in the same render distance. Yeah, there's the Tega village over there, and there's the spawn village over there, with a lava pool in the middle of the plains biome for another portal. And there's also a ruined portal on top of the same mountain as the village. Now, I do not recommend using this nether portal because because of its altitude, it will be a nether roof spawn with a giant lava lake a few hundred blocks underneath you. In so it's not the best nether spawn, but there is a better portal for that later on. Yeah. Then going from the spawn village, going west, you can see, or going southwest, sorry, there's another mountain range over here, which has a very cool place for an elytra to fly through. But I'll get there shortly. So following this river, sorry for the chunks not loading. Just ignore that. But following this river to a corner is this, and following the river between these two mountains is a very good place for elytras. So there are a lot of cool things that could be built here that fit and that are just for elytra flying. Obstacle courses, or just builds just for the aesthetics. But flying an elytra between these mountains with vibrant visuals looks very cool. So there are definitely a lot of things that could be done with this. Very cool, a very good place to build a cool little bridges, obstacle courses. A lot of stuff can be done here. But anyway, then following the mountain range further west through this birchwood forest, following the north face of the mountain, we'll find a bigger ruin portal. I don't know what this portal. I don't know. I don't know this portal spawn, but I know it's not the best spawn that I've seen. But continuing west, there's a pillager outpost, which could be cool for people who, again, like to build in creative or like to build stuff for the aesthetics and not really functionality. You could use this if you can conquer the outpost. You could use it for a river checkpoint to this massive lake over here, which goes, of course, right beside another ruin portal. Again, don't know this portal spawn, but I'll leave that for you to find out. And going from the outpost, you'll find another village with a very good plains biome for, again, a lot of cool plains buildings. And this village even has a ruined portal right in it. I did not mean to break that chest. I meant to open it, but oh well. Yeah, and this is the kind of stuff you'll get. So a projectile protection 2, feather falling 3, golden boots. That's actually pretty good. 13 gold, 13 iron nuggets. A fire protection 2, gold chest plate. Unbreaking 3, fortune 1, efficiency 4, gold shovel. And a blast protection 2, unbreaking 2, gold chest plate. So pretty good stuff out of that chest. And the lodestone as well. But if I actually finish this portal, which only needs 1 block of obsidian, then I'll give a quick now. If you go into the portal facing the village, don't walk forward, otherwise you're gonna drop off the edge into lava. But instead, go into the portal from facing south. It is a crimson biome with a ton of quartz everywhere, so there's a lot of good experience here. But continuing south through the nether, go find a warped forest, and in the warped forest is a fortress. A good sized fortress as well. So if you figure out a way up here, by going to spectator mode, a lot of it is buried under the netherrack, which depending could be helpful or could not be helpful, but there's a lot of fortress here to explore. There's a lot of nether warts areas, there's a couple blaze spawners, so a very good fortress for getting quick for getting quick blaze rods, but not a lot of challenge for those who just want to get through here quickly. And the chests in this fortress are pretty solid. They're not good, but they're not terrible either. They're pretty good. There's another blaze spawner here. But going back out through the nether, I don't know of any bastion spawns on this seed, so so that will be up to you guys to find the bastions. But but like I said, there's a ton of exposed nether quartz between the portal and the fortress, so there's a lot of good. So there's a lot of good experience areas. There's a lot of nether waste around the portal. A basalt delta with another fortress. I actually did not know this existed until just now, actually. And I've explored this seed quite well. So that's just another, one of the many advantages to this seed. There's so much. And it's all semi nearby as well. It's not like I traveled hundreds of thousands of blocks to find that fortress. Sure, I do have I do have AME Elytra, so I'm traveling a lot faster, but if someone is determined enough, they could bridge they could bridge or tunnel through this basalt delta and get to this fortress quite easily if they really wanted to. It's literally just east of the portal, because here's the portal again. No, west, sorry. It's just west of the portal, sorry. If I go east, which I'm going right now, there's a ruined portal down here. Another Crimson Forest. Going around it. A large Crimson Forest. I don't want to explore too much of the Nether. I don't want this video to be too long, and I want there to be some surprises for people who use this seed. No, down. I'm actually kind of surprised that worked. Alright, anyway. Whoa. Okay. Now, word of caution, if you use this village as your home base like I did in my survival world, block off the portal. The villagers have a very common tendency to walk into the portal no matter what. I don't know why, but that kind of messed up my village just completely, so just a small word of advice. But going further southwest of that village, you'll find this acacia biome with another ruined portal right over here. I don't know this spawn, so I'll leave that up to you. But it's beside an abandoned village which has a ton of crops that you can take. Or if you really want, you could restore the village. Yeah, this acacia biome is vast with a lot of cool mountains on the edges of it. I don't know the caves underneath here because I'm gonna leave that for a surprise for you as well. But I am still going west as well, and there's a habitable yeah, a habitable acacia village. Ooh, very similar terrain though as the first spawn village. Ooh, pathway challenges for people who really want to build pathways. This is a good challenge as well, just like the spawn village. Connecting the whole thing with cool pathways and bridges. Good opportunity here. And there's a good desert biome further west. I'm just gonna do a quick look around, see if there's any good POIs. A bunch of cool mountains. Oh, a cool elytra ring there. But a lot of cool mountains and stuff. But going back east, back to the pillager outpost and that village. There's some cool mountains, and there's cool mountains to the north of the village. Yep, because there's right there. And there are a ton of other villages just to the north of this mountain range, within a couple hundred blocks. So not hundred, but they're all within a couple thousand blocks of each other. So on horseback, they are pretty close. Going past this river, past the swamp should be this large mountain and another vast plains biome. Another ruin portal here. I don't know this spawn, so I'm gonna leave that up to you to find out. Another good plains biome here. And a jungle biome here, so for people who want to use some scaffold to build like I do. There's a good bamboo, there's a good jungle of fine bamboo right here. A lot of birchwood. There should be a village around here somewhere. Yeah, th there it is. Another hillside village, so another good challenge for all those path and bridge builders. Right beside a cherry wood forest. Another village just to the north of this one. Now, I'm not going to reveal all their locations. I'm just revealing a few of them that I found. So there's some more cherry wood here. Yeah. Another cool mountain range with a cool looking river. Another good elytra spot if the chunks load. Very big snow-capped mountain here. Lava pool, lava source block, and I think if I did this correctly, then yep, and then here we are back at the world spawn village. Because world spawn is literally right over here where my crosshair is. At 0, 0. But one final thing I do want to make note of is these massive mountains here. To the southwest of the spawn village and to the east of the pillager outpost right there. These mountains would are very good for a lot of mountain themed builds, like mountainside houses, um, building building your own underground structures. There's a lot of space here, a lot of filled in space as well. Like right here, this whole chunk is filled in, down to those caves, of course. And these mountains are pretty flat on top, so you could build a big mountain on top of a village up here, and build massive underground structures underneath the village. So this seed is very good for any survival or creative person. Now, I know there's a lot more to explore on this map, but I just showed you a few of the essentials, or not essential, but a few of the more interesting POIs that I found, or points of interest. So, if you enjoyed, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Uh, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new content, and share this with share this video with anyone who loves to play Minecraft survival or creative. There's something here for everyone. Now, the seed works right now as is on version 1.21.123. I do not know how it will change in later versions, but I will try and keep this video as updated as I can with new versions. And now here is the seed. The seed is -4, 9, 7, 9, 2, 5, 8, 0, 8, 7, 4, 7, 8, 1, 3, 6, 7, 5, 9. So when you spawn in, you should be facing south or find a village down the hill you spawn on. And if you follow this guide, you'll know where every 3 good POI is on this map. At least what I've found. So, great seed for anyone. And there's a ton left to explore that I left out of the video on purpose, just to leave a few surprises for you. So, this is a great survival seed. So, hope you have a safe rest of your day, and don't forget to check out the rest of my Minecraft content and everything else. So until then, see you next time. After recording Exploring, I just found another Acacia village while trying to find a different one with a pillager outpost right beside it, so that's cool. This seed packs in so many surprising structures for everyone here. I really do recommend trying the seed for yourself. But that was an unintentional, accidental village find.